We're going to create a pocket for the back of my sketchbook where I can put things that I want to hang on to that don't want to glue into the sketchbook itself. Alright, this is the template. This is the width, you can see from here to here, or the height of the sketchbook, the width of the pocket. This line right here will go down to that, to just to the side of the sketchbook, and then it leaves that much space. Pleat the side of the pocket so that you can expand it. And so in order to do that, you have to have these three sections. This part is going to be glued to the paper, and then you'll still have some pleating, whatever you want to call it, there. Same thing on this side. I'm going to fold it. In order to make this fold right on those lines real easily, I trace over it with a ballpoint pen and a ruler and create sort of like a little indentation in the paper, and it just folds super easy right where I want it to, and I don't have to struggle with it just by running a ballpoint pen across it and putting a little dent. And then the same thing on the bottom. In fact, I'll show you how I didn't do the ballpoint pen here. Put this right here like that and trace over it just with a ballpoint pen a couple times, and then when you do, it creates, and you can even feel the indentation right there, and it'll just fold right where you want it to without any problems. Okay, so this is basically the pocket that you'll see. I made like a little dip in it so you can reach into it easier. The bottom part that you'll glue to the inside of the sketchbook as well. So I'll show you how I did it now, but I'm going to do it using a thicker, this is just a piece of copy paper to demonstrate, but I'm going to do it with a thicker piece of paper. So I'm going to use this energy monster drink to create a pocket, energy monster drink box to create a pocket in the back of my sketchbook. So here's my sketchbook. A lot of Moleskine books have a pocket already in them, and I always liked that, but most of the sketchbooks that I buy don't have a pocket in the back of them, so I make one. You've probably already seen my first video on how to put a pocket in the back of your sketchbook, and the reason I'm making another one is just in case that one wasn't as good. I'm always trying to improve. So I measured the width of my sketchbook, or the height of it, and then I also measured the width of it. And then I added to those measurements a little bit more for the bottom, like about 1 centimeter for the bottom of the sketchbook, and then 3 centimeters for each side of the sketchbook, which are each side of the pocket, so that it would be, so that I would have the stuff to glue down and pleat and so on. I just added all that in. So the pocket looks a little bit like this, with pleats right here. So there's 1, 2, 3 centimeters. So times 2 is 6. So my final measurement was 27.5 by 14. Now I ended up making it smaller because I wanted to utilize the fold at the very top of the box there that was already there, so it's just a little bit smaller than the original measurement in terms of the height of the pocket. So I measured everything out, drew some lines so I'd know where to cut and where I would fold. I also took a ballpoint pen, as I mentioned earlier. The ballpoint pen is especially important when you're doing thick paper like this, the thick card box. So here I am using the ballpoint pen. I cut some little spaces for relief. I forgot to mention that about the template. Down in the bottom of each corner, I cut a little bit of space for relief. Now I kind of did a little mess up here. I was going to tear off some of the paper, but instead I almost cut the whole flap off, so I had to reinforce it with packing tape on the inside. I then sanded a little bit of the gloss off of the outside of the box because that's where the glue is going to be, and I wanted it to glue down good. So I sanded some of the print off of the box. I cut out my little dip in the box. I'm using wood glue here, but I recommend regular Elmer's glue. I'm using wood glue because I'm in my studio and that's what I had. But Elmer's glue, white Elmer's glue, works better. And I wouldn't use a glue stick, because glue sticks are just kind of famous for not sticking right. I would definitely use the white Elmer's glue and just be patient with it, allow it a time to dry. So make sure that you don't have any glue on the inside of the pocket or it will stick. So again, here I am. I've got a place for my photographs, cards, and flyers that I come across. I also have a compass that I put in the back, like one of those little plastic safety compasses, and sometimes a little 6-inch ruler. Hope you enjoyed it.
Give Daddy a thumb up to enjoy this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below.